Hey everybody, Miss Natalie here. This week I heard a saying by a man named John Acuff. He said, "A crisis magnifies kindness." Let's look into it. So, a crisis, what is that? A crisis is what happens when life changes in an instant. And after that, life looks very different and some things are more difficult. Kind of like now. 2 months ago, our lives changed very quickly. It looks very different now than it did before, and some things are more difficult. So, we can say that we are living in a crisis. So, magnifies. What does that mean? For that, I gotta switch my phone around. Hang on. This is a magnifying glass. A very pretty one. And its job is to make things larger so we can see them better and we can see things about them that were hard to see before. You all are probably more familiar with another word for magnifies, and that's because a lot of you might use cell phone video, and that's the word zoom. So I zoomed in on this blue jay feather I found in my backyard. We can see so many details. We can see each individual barb. But its structure reminds me of this sage leaf. It's got a similar structure with a central spine and then little parts radiating out in a V. And then I also have this fern frond. The whole thing has a similar structure. But then what if we zoom in? Each individual little leaf has the same structure. I think God is showing off. That's pretty cool. So then what does that saying, "A crisis magnifies kindness," mean? Well, it means that when people are going through a hard time, like now, any little thing that we do, any kind thing we do feels even better than it would have before. So, any drawing, any silly photo, any song you share, any game you play, or story you read with someone, either in person or over Zoom or something like FaceTime, feels huge to the other person. It feels extra good to them. Something else that it does is it gives you and me, the person doing the kind thing, it gives us a purpose. It gives us something to do to help during this hard time. And having a purpose is a really good way to get through a long crisis like this. Now, it will surprise none of you that this reminds me of a Bible verse. Now, I gotta tell you a secret. I changed the Bible verse a little bit. You can see it. The original is, "Oh, magnify the Lord with me, and let us exalt his name forever." And that's from Psalm 34, verse 2. But you you guys know me. I like to change the words of things sometimes to more contemporary language that will kind of help us think about it in a new way. So I scribbled in, oh, zoom in on the Lord with me. And that's because any of these kind things that we do helps the focus come up on the Lord, on Jesus. Because the things that you and I do, that's how one of the ways that God is at work in the world. And when we do kind things, it helps us and it helps other people zoom in on the Lord. I'm so glad that you and I get to be a part of that. I love you. I miss you.